guys, it's me Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be kind of reviewing all that we have learned in my videos so far. So today is nothing new. It's just that, well, there are some things new today, but we're just going to kind of basis, we're just going to be kind of reviewing what we have been learning so far. So before we get on to that though, make sure to do the 4 things that I always tell you guys to do, which is like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button to get notified when I post a new video, and yeah, share this to your friends. So let's start right away. So if you can see here on my screen, you can see that there are a bunch of squares and circles, and there are blue squares and red circles, and there's a bunch of stuff that can be confusing. So this, first of all, is called a pedigree. It's in science, it's used to kind of predict what, how or two people, what kind of children they'll have. But this is, I'm just using a pedigree to kind of organize all the information we've learned so far, to basically this visually, things like if I see something visually, it will help me learn better instead of just hearing. So I made a visual representation of what we've been learning for people like me. So we haven't learned about Pratipa and Sunanda, or at least I haven't told you guys about them in my videos. So Pratipa and Sunanda are the parents of Shantanu, and not only are they the parents of Shantanu, but they're also the parents of Devapi and Balika, who are the brothers of Shantanu. So we've known this part of Shantanu, right? We've known that he has a wife named Satyavati and a wife named Ganga, but we don't know his family life before marriage. And that is what I'm going to be telling you guys today. We're not going to focus much about it, but he had his oldest brother, Devapi, and Devapi had a skin disease, and also he went as a sage. Instead of getting the kingdom and ruling the kingdom, he wanted to go as a sage, and he was a very powerful sage, so he decided to go through that route. And Balika got married. So Balika was the youngest, Shantanu was the middle child, Devapi is the oldest, and Balika is the youngest. And Balika got married to someone who I really didn't know. Like I tried to search up their names, but I couldn't find it. But I know that his son, whose name was Somadatta, and his son's name was Somadatta, and he was also a very powerful person to fight. Continuing on, so I don't know if you guys heard those voices at the beginning, like recording, stop recording, in progress. If it is, I apologize for that. If you guys did hear it, if you didn't, then forget what I just said. So they don't really play in a big part in the Mahabharatam at all. I didn't even know Shantanu had brothers until when I was researching this. So they're not really a big part, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of bring them into the spotlight, kind of know who they were. So we're going to kind of still focus on this part. So Pratipa and Sunanda had these 3 boys, only one of which we're going to be focusing on. Shantanu got married to his first wife, Ganga. Yes, and we learned that he got Bhishma from Ganga, and he got then later, because of promises, he got married to another wife named Satyavati, and then had 2 children with Satyavati. Yes, 2 children. So we've learned about Vichitra Virya, and I'm not sure, I don't remember if I mentioned Chitragandha in my videos before, but they had another son named Chitragandha, who was also a really, I think I mentioned him before in my video, one of my videos, where he was a really good fighter, very skilled fighter, and then he got killed by someone in a war, which is why the kingdom had been handed down to Vichitravirya. So I remember now, we have been talked, ignore the noise in the background, sorry about that. We have talked about Sorry guys. Yeah, we left off with Chitraganda, right? We were talking about Chitraganda, excuse me. So we kind of know who Chitraganda is, and then we obviously know who Vichitravirya and Bhishma are. So now we're going to take a look at some things that we've already reviewed before, the part 2 of where this all ends. So after that, this is a little continuation. It goes on to this slide where Vichitravirya gets married to his 2 wives, Ambika and Ambalika, but dies, dies too late, too early to have kids. That's when the Veda Vyasa comes in, and he gives kids, which are Dhritarashtra and Pandu. And then these yellow, so I told you that the pink are girls and the blue are boys, but I haven't really told you what yellow represents. And yellow, like I just said, was like some kind of divine power to get kids. So Vedavyasa had the power to give Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Dhritarashtra got married to Gandhari, right? Who blindfolded her eyes, sacrificed her sight, since Dhritarashtra was also blind. And then the Gandhari had the Kauravas and Dushala. And on this side over here, she had Ambalika had Pandu. And these yellow circles again represent divine power, and that is because Kunti used a boon. They didn't actually get kids. Kunti used a boon to get the Pandavas, and so did Madri. So this is all stuff we've already reviewed before. I'm just kind of putting it in a visual format so that it is a little easier to understand. We're going to move on to the next slide, which is something we've reviewed, but not really. So Shurasena, this is Kunti's family, by the way. Shurasena is Kunti's birth father. The one that actually, her mother Marisha gave birth to Kunti, but they're her birth parents, biological birth parents. Shurasena and Marisha had Vasudeva and Kunti. I put Kunti / Prita because she's often referred to as Prita as well. And if you know that this one of her sons, Arjuna, is also is known as Parth, that is because he is Prita's son, which is why he's called Parth. So, so they had Vasudeva and Kunti, but then Kunti Bhoja right here is her adoptive father, because at that time Kunti Bhoja didn't have any kids. So Kunti, Shurasena gave Kunti to Kunti Bhoja since they were really good friends. Shurasena, like I said, was a Yadava chief, while on the other hand, Kunti Bhoja was a king of the kingdom named after him, but he shares the same name. So yeah, that's that. That's why Kunti is named as Kunti, because her adoptive father, his name is Kunti, and she's from the land Kunti Bhoja. You can take it both ways as well. Not sure which is a real reason, but we're gonna assume it's both. It's yeah. So I added this slide in here because I actually sent out a test to kind of see if either my friends watch my videos or they know about the Mahabharatham. So these facts are just random facts that I put in the test, and these were all like basically kind of facts that I kind of wanted this to be like a study tool that they can refer off of. So I just put random facts that would be on their test, which I'll also review that's coming very soon. That video is coming very soon. So that was this slide, random facts that we've already reviewed before, or that The two kids that were born in the time frames of Dharma were Dushala and Vikarna. The sacrifice of Gandhari that is known is that she blindfolded her eyes. She gave up her eyesight for Dhritarashtra. The person that wanted to kill Bhishma, this we talked about at the beginning, and I think in the first or second video, but we haven't really, came back to that after. That's Amba, because, Bhishma kidnapped the 3 Kashi princesses from the kingdom of Kashi, and then, wouldn't marry any of them because he took that oath. And then the worst part was that Amba was secretly loving somebody before she got kidnapped. And so when she told Bhishma to, take her back, and her lover didn't want her anymore because she was in another person's kingdom. So therefore, at that time, people wouldn't marry them. So that's why she wanted to kill Bhishma, because she wanted to take revenge on what he did. Sage who cursed Pandu was Sage Kindama, and Pandu got that curse for, shooting the 2 deer that were mating. It was after Sage Kindama and his wife in deer form. How Gandhari got 101 kids. She banged her stomach in rage after she was pregnant for over 2 years, and she gave birth to a piece of flesh, which then she cut up into 101 pieces, put them in 101 different pots, and they all hatched out of those pots. So this is like how Vidura was born, because there was a maid in one of these queen's womb, which I don't remember. And so when Vedavyasa was giving like the blessing of light, the maid was also part of that like shined light. So that's how she got Vidura. So that was just some things that I just went through. It's not really like, it's not really something that it's something new. You might have learned something new today, because there were some new things that I added in there, but it was just a review, since my friends that I told you, I sent the test to them, and this is like a review tool, and I wanted to kind of share this review tool here as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. There's another video coming out very soon, in just a couple days, of a trivia. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.